This is Zach with Joe TV, and we are live at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo.
Addicted to you.
All right, guys, we're here with WWE Hall of Famer, the one and only Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Jim, how are you?
Well, Zach, excuse me, but the first thing Hacksaw's got to do is give a big ho! Kind of fires me up nowadays, gets me going.
Absolutely.
Gets me ready for this great Comic-Con.
So you enjoying your time at the con so far?
Well, I tell you, I love these Comic-Cons. Something for everybody. I tell folks you see like movie quality costumes and then a kid with a box on his head. But everybody's having fun. Something for everyone at these things.
That's right. So on Talent Joe, we want to give some advice to anybody who's up and coming. So if you're an actor, if you're an up and coming indie wrestler, Mr. Duggan, what advice would you give our audience?
Well, I tell folks, if you want to be a professional wrestler, the best advice I can give you is get golf clubs. That's where the money's at and a lot easier on the body.
That's right. So again, we're here at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo with Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So one more time.
Well, only if you're with me, Zach. Let's go, brother. Ho!
Hey guys, we're here with Alex Gibson, part of our sponsors, Cinepros. Alex, how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Doing fine. Now, we're getting ready for the 72-hour film festival, and I know Cinepros is helping put that on. So what kind of are you looking for in the production tonight? What are you looking for as far as the submissions go?
Number one priority is just to get people out there making films and, to try to show them that it can be done. You don't have to have a budget. You can take something within 72 hours, come up with an idea on the spot, get out there and make a film, get out there and make it happen. So So that's primarily the first reason for doing this. And of course, encourage people to start being active. Anytime you want to do anything from filmmaking to acting or anything like that, the best thing to do is just kind of exercise that muscle. Keep going, keep moving out there, and take opportunities like this to participate and practice your skills. And that's what this is really about.
Right, and we had folks like Doris Margato on recently, and they spoke about really, to your point, working the muscle, taking as many opportunities as you can. So as a director, independent or otherwise, what advice would you give our members that are looking to get out there and network and take that first step?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do, but primarily look for opportunity. Don't just wait for things to come to you. Go out there and see what's going on in your community, whatever city you're in. So we're here in Huntsville. For people here in Huntsville, I would advise, go look in Nashville, go look in Memphis, Birmingham, Atlanta, and find the Facebook group, the Instagram groups, social media groups that you can find, and hook up with people and try to reach out, look for casting calls, and show the people that you're willing to go out there and do the work. And you may have to take some jobs that are not paying as much as you want, but that's okay. Get out there and get the experience, and find people who are willing to give you a demo reel and try to give you material you can use to help you grow in your acting. So, yeah.
All right, guys. So you heard it from here first. Cine Pros, Alex, Zach with Joe TV. Make sure though you go to cinemaprofessionals.com. Visit Cine Pros. They do fantastic work. Again, one of our sponsors of Joe TV. All right, guys, we're back this time with WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake, how are you?
Doing great.
It's nice to have you on Joe TV. You've got a lot of things going on between kind of being a spokesperson for DDP Yoga, just announced for the Jericho Cruise. Do you want to kind of talk about what all you have? Because you've got a crazy schedule.
Yeah, I do have a great schedule, I'm getting out and doing as much as I can because I enjoy it, and I got a comedy tour going on that I'm going all over the country, all over the world with. Starting a movie in China next year. Got a book that's about finished, and I wrote every damn page of it, over 600. So that's going to be really interesting. It'll be hot once it comes out. So I'm staying real busy and enjoying myself.
Let's talk about up-and-coming talent, especially on the independent wrestling scene. I think probably in the last 10 years or so, the indie scene has never been more vibrant than it has at this point in time. For folks that are really trying to get their name out, that are really trying to make it on the indie scene or even on television, what advice would you give them?
Well, the first thing you got to consider is who did you learn it from? So that means going to a good school, one I believe in. That's hard to find. You want to find somebody that's been to the big show, man, that's been to the top. If you're going to learn from somebody, learn that somebody knows something. The second thing is believe in what you're doing. That's the most important thing. Never destroy your credibility with the fans. Go out, if you do something, make sure it's crisp. Make sure you're not insulting their intelligence when you do it. Other words, don't hit somebody with a sledgehammer and then they get up. Got that? Don't DDT somebody and then they get up. It just tells you how bad you are if you do that. So don't do stupid stuff.
Now, Jake, where all can people find you? Again, you've got the cruise, you've got the book. Where all can our folks find you, either online, websites, or otherwise?
JakeTheSnakeRoberts.com, man. You can find it all right there.
All right, guys. This is Zach with WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts. Thanks, guys. Ming, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm in Huntsville, man. Huntsville, Alabama. I'm having a blast here.
How are we treating you so far?
So far, so great. I'm eating. I found some cocktails. I found some great beer here. Pizza. Life is good here. And I'm at the Huntsville Comic and Toy Expo. Life is good right now, guys.
You guys followed Walking Dead on AMC, right? So tell folks what it's like going from comic books and being thrust in the limelight on a network like AMC.
I mean, I fell into it, so don't get me wrong. you'll meet people out there trying to kill themselves trying to get a reality TV show.
Right.
That's just the world we live in now. I got into it because the guy I worked for, Kevin Smith, asked me to be on there, and I'd been working with him for like 20 years. And if you watch his show, like all the other guys are white, so just throw some spice in there, man. Let's get some
That's right.
some like General Tso's chicken on the show, so some spice. But beyond that, it's kind of cool that I'm able to talk about stuff that I love doing, pop culture, comics, Star Wars, Back to the Future, and I'm able to get that out to other people who love the same things as well. So, and I think it's cool as now comic book movies and comic books and geek culture is cool.
Right.
But back when I was a kid, it wasn't that cool. You didn't talk about it. You didn't tell people that you like Wolverine. You didn't geek out about the X-Men.
Absolutely.
Because you would get made fun of.
Right.
And it wasn't cool. So it's cool now that I'm able to champion this stuff, and now that everybody knows what I'm talking about. And we always knew it was cool. We never stopped loving this stuff. Even if people tried to get us to stop loving it, we never stopped loving it, and it worked out for us. We're hosting shows. We're going to cool Comic-Cons. I got to be on TV. You never know. If you stick to what you love, kids, any kids watching out there, and some of you adults too, you stick to what you love, like good things will happen.
So let's be honest. How do things change at the Secret Stash when the cameras are on and the bright lights are on?
Oh, I don't think they changed at all. All those conversations, if you watch a show, 4 dudes arguing about midichlorians on Star Wars or the Force or flux capacitors, we did that anyways, cameras or no cameras. So bringing in the cameras really didn't change all that much as far as our relationship. It was the same dumb arguments we had. Now, when Kevin was like, hey, they want to make a TV show of you guys having these dumb arguments, plus people bringing in comic books, we're like, no one's going to watch this. Who's gonna watch this? No, that's so weird. Little did I know, in every dead-end job, in every office job, people had their same crew like us talking about the same things that we were. They were able to relate to it, and we were able to get 7 seasons. So thank you guys for always keeping that flame alive. Thank you guys for watching, but thank you for always having those inane conversations that at the time we're having them are the most important thing ever.
So where can our folks find you? Social media, websites, and everything media related?
I'm not that hard to find. My name is Ming Chen, MINGCHEN. That's my Twitter handle, MingChen37 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I also just opened up a podcast studio. Go to ashareduniverse.com, and we'll get your podcast started.
All right, this is Zach with Ming Chen. See you guys. Hey guys, we're here with Chris Parker, and I wanted Chris to come by to really try to shed light on what it's like to develop your own podcast, develop your own YouTube channel. Because again, remember, networking is a very, very important part of Talent Joe and the reason why we do things like Joe TV. So Chris, kind of tell the experience of having a brand new podcast with Jared Gargis, your partner. Tell everybody what it's like to get that started, to bring it up from nothing to something. We're a couple episodes in, but we have a really big following so far.
Well, Zach, having really, like you said, start from nothing. We have furnished our own equipment, furnished our own studio, furnished our own just everything. So it's just 2 guys just being geeks. As you can see, got the Guardians of Geekdom going, so shout out to that. We do a podcast called Red Monster Inc. with him and L-Mac. Jared and myself do the Guardians of Geekdom podcast. Normally our adventures go every other week, and we beam down from space. We're not hot, trust me, but we do bring down from space. So now having my YouTube channel, which I put a lot of my old wrestling matches on there, and I was like, I'm not doing anything with these now. What am I going to do with the YouTube channel? Jared comes up with the idea saying, hey, let's put some comics on there. I was at a comic book store one day, and I said, this is a pretty cool idea. So it just happened. We just said, we're going to sit down, we're going to film, we're going to talk, we're going to just clown around and do all around cool stuff.
You keep holding the mic. I'm going to play the reverse here. So to our audience, we got about 20,000 plus members on talentjoe.com. We have 7,000 followers on Facebook. The majority of those guys want advice onto how to get that ball rolling, how to take that first step into getting clicks, getting views, going to our website. So what advice would you give everybody in the audience about how to get that process started and how to gain that exposure?
First step, just have fun. If it's your dream and you just have fun with it, just have fun. Second step, get you some equipment, a camcorder, tripod, something that you can go directly to YouTube on, whether it's a camera phone, a tablet, a computer, whatever electronic device you have, use it. Get on YouTube, create you a channel on there, find some graphics, find somebody who can do pretty good graphic work as far as for pictures and everything is concerned. Make it professional and all around develop a character. Again, just have fun is my biggest piece of advice I can give you.
All right, guys, you heard it right from the source. Chris Parker and Zach with Joe TV saying we'll see you next time. Hey, and we're back, this time with the guys from the Rocket Punch podcast. What are your names?
My name's Cameron.
I'm Will.
And for our viewers that are out there, folks that really want to get into entertainment, get into hits and clicks, publishing, what advice would you guys give to anybody who wants to create content, especially social media, and in your case, podcasting?
Okay. My big thing, especially from what I've heard from other people in the same area, is definitely don't be afraid to jump in there. Even if you're not sure and you don't know where to start, there are tons of resources out there, and don't hold yourself back into thinking that just because you haven't done it before that you won't be able to do it. It's going to be a lot of work. I definitely will admit that, but if you keep at it, keep going. Don't let roadblocks deter you. You'll be successful in this and almost anything you do.
I would say consistency is going to be key here, as well as asking for feedback and trying to act on that. Those are going to be the big things I would say.
So, what do you guys have coming up? I know your content is gaming. You've done some, actors on movies. We were there at one time too. So, what do you have coming up? Sort of, what are you going to get into over the future?
Well, this month it's March right now, but we're going to be doing a lot of games of the month. This month we've got the Division 2, which is a big game kind of coming up. We've got other conventions that we're definitely going to be attending as well. DreamHack later in the year. We always do our big Extra Life charity stream later in the year. We've also got some big plans for E3, which is our Electronic Entertainment Expo, the big gaming convention that happens in June. We're going to try and pull something together here in Huntsville for that as well, so it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say is check out our podcast Southern Geek if you want something more of the Geek Friday that's not necessarily gaming. We have a lot of stuff that we're focusing on that front, like Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, DC, all that kind of jazz.
All right, so you heard it here first, guys. Go to the Rocket Punch podcast, and we'll see you next time on Joe TV. All right, guys, that's it from Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. It's been a day. We've had charity auctions. We've interviewed cosplayers, celebrities, wrestlers, film producers, cosplay rock bands. We've done it all. Remember, visit our sponsors, cinemaprofessionals.com. They do tremendous work. And again, we're always here to give advice. So this is Zach King with Joe TV saying, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.